Hey, how's everybody? Melissa here. So, I got my workout in, but I haven't gotten dressed for the day. My son is in the bathroom, and between all my sons in a two-bedroom home, there's very little time for me to use the bathroom sometimes. They all hog the bathroom. So, yeah, hopefully I look okay. Um, I did have a lady when I got my nails done, same lady who got my nails done. She's like, "You getting your eyebrows done today?" I'm like, "Nope." She goes, "You need them done." Uh, this is like this is like the normal conversation when I see her now. She's trying to talk me into getting my eyebrows done. I'm like, "No, I like my eyebrows just the way they are, kind of attitude. I like them where they are, so they're staying." So, what's going on today? So Kevin Leandro sends me these emails, right? He goes on and on and on. So then I respond to him, and he's like, "Please don't send me any more emails." And, but then he'll send like two more. And I'll be like, "Look, if you don't want any more emails, don't be sending me emails." So this morning, this is what he did in court. I forgot to mention this one. So he's like, he brought up the loan. And he's like, "You don't owe, Ben doesn't owe you anything for that loan, even though he didn't want to pay it." He's like, "He had no benefit." And I'm listening, right? I'm not talking during court. I'm listening for like, what, 20 minutes, or it seemed like forever. Listening, listening, listening. And then I hear he hasn't even benefited from a good haircut. And I'm like, you know what? That's kind of funny, but it's kind of not. I mean, it's like, wow, that was a cheap shot. That was a cheap one. So, it's not true. Kevin Leandro has a circus when he talks in court. You know what? My husband, when I became a hairdresser, I was pregnant with our firstborn in 90, let me see, we got married in 91, 92. I finished up hairdressing school and I was pregnant. I think it was September. Yeah. And I finished in October. So here I am, or was it November? I think I finished. Anyways, I'm finishing up hairdressing school, and I needed my husband to be a guinea pig for me so that I could finish my exam. So the first time I took my exam, I usually pass all my tests and I get A's and B's, and I'm really good at academics. So this time I went in with like a really cocky attitude. I was extra confident, and I failed the first time, and I didn't prepare because in school, I really didn't even do homework, and I graduated early. So I kind of had that same mentality when I went into hairdressing school. I'm like, "Oh, I don't need to study, right? I'll just wing it and pass." So I actually failed it, and I'm like, "Oh, shoot." And my husband and I were both like, "You went in way too confident." So the second time, I was like, "Okay, so I need to study, and I need to make sure that I pass this time, right? Because I think they only gave you like one more chance." So I needed him to be my guinea pig, and I had to put toothpaste in his hair and do the curls. I'm trying to think of what they're called. Anyways, I had to do the hair stuff on him, and I think his head was burning. I felt so bad, but his head was burning until I washed it out, washed like all the toothpaste out. So he definitely supported me going to school. He definitely benefited. Leandro's like, there was no benefit to him. He did. I did his haircuts for years at home. We didn't pay for anyone to do anybody's hair. I did like my own. I did my son's hair. So, I had one awful haircut with my son. I don't know what happened. It was like a bowl haircut. And I felt really bad. And there's a picture of him, and it did not come out good. Some of them did not come out good, but for the most part, they did. And so I said to Kevin today, because he got personal with me in an email, I said, "Hey, Kevin, when's the last time you had sex?" And I said, "You're all wound up." And I said, "Maybe your wife needs to take care of you better because you're all wound up and you're basically probably not getting enough sex." So when, someone wants to stoop that low and talk about stuff that's kind of like personal in court, don't be afraid to, give him back the same thing. And I may actually say that in court. He has taken a couple of cheap shots, and that tells me that he's losing, right? So last night he sends this email and he's like, you know, um, you're over your head in this because I had decided to ask for another hearing. He's going to try to get me on sanctions of obstruction. And, I'm like, you're going to have to prove that. I'm not trying to slow the court system down. You have everything you need. They didn't tell me, in court that, during pretrial, you're supposed to talk about witnesses, he says. So I called the court yesterday and I'm just like, what is this? And they're like, you know what? Is he saying it or is the judge saying it? I'm like, he's saying it. They're like, don't listen to him. They're like, put in a motion to the judge and tell the judge what is going on. So that's exactly what I did yesterday, and he threatened me with sanctions. So, I'm like, I'm going to go until the end with you. That's what I'm doing. I'm like, you want to accuse me of having an affair, you're going to pay for that. You want to accuse me of this and that, we're going until the end. So he says he's going to bring in these witnesses and all this stuff. So, anyways, I asked him if he's having enough sex because men need sex and they need a lot of love, right? So, don't know. We'll see what he says to that one. He told me not to poke the bear. I don't know if the bear is him or my husband. My husband used to say that too. So, yeah, I think it's good that the bear is poked because my husband needs to wake up and stop being so selfish. He is very self-centered on himself, and all he wants to do is he's like in a trap and he wants to get out of it instead of solving problems. Okay, thanks for joining me, guys.